Hello everybody, Jake here and welcome to the hobby. In today's video, we are talking about the biggest Pokemon card boom ever. And that's really crazy to say because prices on booster boxes are reaching levels that even the most optimistic collectors, I don't think they would have ever predicted. If you look at some of the numbers, because Destined Rivals is just reaching its 1-year-old age. So congratulations, Destined Rivals, you are now 1 year old. And what is a booster box of Destined Rivals currently going for? It's going for a whopping $650. And the prices on sealed products, even the latest sets, the sets that are still being restocked and reprinted and added to stores constantly, something like Ascended Heroes. Ascended Heroes just dropped in Costco nationwide in the US and Canada, and Ascended Heroes pack prices are going up. Ascended Heroes singles prices are going up. An Ascended Heroes booster pack was going for as low as maybe like $10 or $11 at initial release, and now they're going for $14 minimum if you're lucky on TCG Player. What a ridiculous time when the prices on the latest Pokemon card set is climbing right after release rather than drop. Everyone would have probably said, oh, just pick up Ascended Heroes singles in a couple months once prices cool down and things start to get a little bit more affordable. The exact opposite is happening. Things are accelerating at such a dramatic pace that that window for you to pick up singles at an affordable price used to be a year after the set release, and now it's currently like 2 weeks after a set release, because that's your window to pick up cheap affordable singles. And after that, everything just goes up and up and up, and it doesn't really stop. You know, Phantasmal Flames is reaching almost $500. It's starting to touch $500, which is absolutely wild. Perfect Order, we have to talk about Perfect Order for a little bit because it is the latest Pokemon card set to be released, at least in English, and a lot of people think it's a terrible set, which is true. It's definitely worse than some of the more recent sets like Phantasmal Flames and Mega Evolution. It's not a terrible set, but it's certainly worse than the latest sets. And comparatively, even the worst Pokemon card set like Perfect Order, a brand new release set, the most readily available booster boxes, prices are still climbing. I was able to pick up a couple of booster boxes of Perfect Order at a recent card show, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I picked them up for $180, and now you cannot find a single booster box of Perfect Order going for below $200. Right now they're going for roughly $220, and so prices aren't even like the worst sets are still climbing at a very strong pace. Like, it doesn't even matter what you pick up. Like, you could pick up Perfect Order, you could pick up Phantasmal Flames, you could pick up Destined Rivals. They're all kind of like going up at the same pace, and it's really dramatic because, like I said, these sets are not really old. So how can you as a collector manage this, and where will the hobby probably take this in the next 6 to 12 months? Before we dive deep into it, I would like to thank Buyee for sponsoring today's video. If you've never tried out Buyee, Buyee is one of my personal favorite service. You can click the link down in the description to try them out today. Buyee allows you to purchase Pokemon card products and collectibles directly from Japan without needing a Japanese address. And I've been using Buyee for so many years to pick up all kinds of cool exclusive Pokemon card products, promos, and all of the latest Pokemon card sets like Mega Dream and Ninja Spinner. You can pick up all of the latest Pokemon card sets for pretty much well below $100, which is a lot more affordable than English sets, and I love the Japanese quality control. The quality controls on cards are fantastic, and I've had a lot better luck ripping open Japanese booster packs than English packs. I'll be honest, I've never pulled a SIR from Ascended Heroes or Prismatic Evolutions, but Japanese sets have guaranteed pull rate, so you can absolutely pull some really awesome cards even from a single booster box, and they are way cheaper than even an English ETB. So check out Buyee today. Click the link down in the description and you get yourself an immediate coupon right at sign up. Buyee allows you to purchase Pokemon cards from the Pokemon Center, and whenever you're done with your shopping spree, Buyee will actually combine all the items that you purchase from all of these different websites into one single package, and they'll ship it all over the globe wherever you live. So check out Buyee today. Makes it super easy to purchase Pokemon card products and collectibles directly from Japan. Going back into the sets, there are two that I really want to talk about, and that is Ascended Heroes as well as Prismatic Evolutions. We'll start with Ascended Heroes first. At release, if you wanted to complete the whole entire set of Ascended Heroes, you know, get yourself a master set of all of the Pokemon cards from Destined Rivals, the cost to purchase every singles would cost you $5,900. Right now, if you want to complete Ascended Heroes again, purchase the whole entire master set, the cost is roughly $7,679. So Ascended Heroes was released 2 or 3 months ago, and now the cost of all the singles have actually climbed up. If you want to complete the set, it's actually way more expensive to complete Ascended Heroes now than it was to complete it on release, which is really, really shocking. Prismatic Evolution tells a very similar story. The cheapest time to pick up the complete set of Prismatic Evolutions was roughly right around the end of December to the start of January into 2026, and the cheapest price for a complete set of Prismatic Evolution was going for roughly $3,900. And right now, if you want to complete Prismatic Evolutions, the total cost is $5,500, and the prices on the sealed products continue to climb. I use Ascended Heroes loose booster packs as the cheapest gauge on the market because loose booster packs of any sets tend to be the most affordable price point to rip open those packs, especially for something like a special set like Ascended Heroes, because once you start getting into the sealed products like even an Ascended Heroes ETB, there is a sealed premium because a lot of people are now investing into Pokemon cards. So a lot of people are just sitting on cases of Ascended Heroes booster bundles, Ascended Heroes ETBs, Prismatic Evolutions ETB, Prismatic Evolutions booster bundles. They're simply sitting on those products, and so those sealed products actually has a premium. If you buy the loose booster packs, you get a small markdown just because a loose booster pack can technically have a slightly riskier chance of being tampered with, weighed, who knows. But in general, the prices on the loose booster packs are going to be the cheapest one. And right now for both Prismatic Evolutions and Ascended Heroes, loose booster packs, even the cheapest ones, are currently floating at around $13 to $14, and those are the cheapest ones. The cheapest of the Ascended Heroes packs that I could find on TCG Player was going for exactly $14. Those were the cheapest, which means a lot of people are actually buying packs at $15, $16, $17, especially once you look at the sealed products, because like I said, there's a sealed premium. Ascended Heroes ETB had a small window where they were going for below $100, but those days, which weren't that long ago, are long gone. And like I said, because of how quickly a lot of these booster boxes prices are climbing, it's pushing and reinforcing people's mentality of a bullish market. Because once you look back and say, oh, Destined Rivals booster boxes used to go for $200, but now they're going for $650. Remember, Destined Rivals is 1 year old. It's actually only 11 months old. Destined Rivals has tripled in price in 1 year. It reinforces people's mentality of saying, hey, most likely Mega Evolution, Phantasmal Flames, and these other really strong sets are going to climb at a similar pace. So right now, once you see Destined Rivals going for $650, you're looking at Phantasmal Flames and saying, well, I should buy it now at $450, and it'll probably climb by another $250, maybe even like $300 by the end of the year. The mentality is that looking at the history, all of these previous sets have climbed so rapidly, it's reinforcing people's mentality that they're going to keep climbing at the exact same pace. They're using past historical data to reinforce where things are going to go in the future. Is that possible? At the start of this year, I did warn as much as I can of the hobby that this is going to be the most bullish Pokemon card market that we've ever been. It's actually the biggest booming TCG market that we've ever seen. I'm looking at the hobby. There are small TCGs that are getting massive, massive amounts of backing. For example, we got ourselves the Cyberpunk TCG. A lot of people know nothing about this. There's like very little information on the gameplay, the collectability, the pull rates, anything of that nature, but people are so bullish and excited about the TCG and collectible markets that people are backing this brand new TCG by the millions. They're making millions of dollars just from backers of people being reinforced and saying, oh, I'm just excited about the TCG market. I want to jump in on every new TCG. So a lot of hot TCGs are happening right now. We got HoloLive, Cookie Run, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh! There's all these other TCGs that are maybe even like nicher. Like obviously Yu-Gi-Oh!, One Piece, and Magic aren't niche, but there's so much room in the hobby right now that even small niche TCGs are finding their spot in the hobby overall. And so how long can this bullish run last? The prediction that I currently have is that it'll probably continue well into the 30th anniversary. The hobby is so exciting right now, and the amount of people that are entering it is increasing each day rather than decreasing. You know, there's an escalation, and we're still on the incline. We're not reaching the decline yet, which is wild to see, but the data currently shows that, and it's backed. PSA had their 4 biggest submission days of the year in May. And those were the first 4 days of May, which means basically every single day that PSA is adding to the calendar, they're breaking their own record. Every single day, PSA is breaking their own record for more PSA submissions than the previous day and the previous day. So they're reaching a new record every single day. That just shows you how bullish the market is. 2 million Pokemon cards are being graded right now at PSA every single month, and that's just one single grader. CGC is currently grading close to 1 million Pokemon cards every single month. PSA would have been super excited to be reaching the 1 million mark every single month like a year ago. Those numbers would sound insane, and they're doing 2 million a month right now. So the hobby is growing exponentially. We are getting billions and billions more Pokemon cards every single month too. The Pokemon company is not slowing down their printer. They're printing as fast as possible. It's just that the hobby is growing way faster than even the printers can manage. We are getting multi-billions amounts of Pokemon cards every single year. The quantity of cards out there right now is kind of astronomical. But the hobby is still growing. If you consider this a bubble, if you consider this hype, whatever you consider it, the roller coaster is still going upward. It's not going down yet. I'll let you know when I get the first hint that we're going down, because I'm really excited for that market. In a downward trend, there's a lot of opportunity. There's still opportunities on an upward trend, but a lot less so and a lot more risk. But timing is incredibly hard. A lot of people think they can time the market. Like, there were people that sold their collection a year ago, and if they fully sold their collection a year ago, they made that decision. But it's going to look really poorly if you look at the numbers from now. Like, the numbers now, that collection is probably worth triple or quadruple in the past 12 months. So a lot of people are in a weird space where they want to sell pieces of their collection, but things are climbing so fast that they're holding it back because no one wants to sell something that's going to climb by another $1,000 the next day. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what your thoughts are. The market is booming so rapidly. Even the biggest bull, I don't think they could have predicted this. So let me know what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys next time.